Arsenal on the verge of signing Brazilian wonderkid Bitello. Yes, people, wife boy, and welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you absolutely love being kept up to date with daily Arsenal transfer news vids, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below. I'm on my road to 4,000 subscribers, and hit the bell notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. It's a win-win for both of us. And let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this potential acquisition for Arsenal. Let's not waste any more time and get straight into the tweet brought today by Eduardo Hagen, stating this: also been sending representatives to watch Bitello, and club officials who are in Porto Alegre will send an official proposal in the coming days. Gremio's request is of 10 million euros and also expected to reach that figure, reports a local newspaper. And this happens every single transfer window, guys. I called it literally in recent weeks. I was saying, look, I know Arsenal signed Havertz. I know Arsenal about to sign Timber and Rice. I think we'll make one more big signing, then we'll sign some kid from Brazil out of nowhere. I literally called that in a recent video, and this is what happened. Every summer, you got to bank on Arsenal signing some Brazilian wonder kid no one's heard of. And look, it comes off. Remember when we signed Gabriel Martinelli from Ituano for 6 million? Who was he? No one knew. And now look at Gabriel Martinelli, one of the most expensive wingers in world football. Obviously, we signed Marquinhos last season. Still got to wait to see what happens with him. It could be a bit of a hit and miss. And now it seems though we're signing this Bitello guy. Now, Bitello isn't a winger. He's actually a midfielder, a centre midfielder. Now, he's coming as a player that's 23 years old, so he's not exactly a young buck. I mean, nowadays, 23 is old in football, right? I mean, you go back a few years and 23 is like young kid on the block. But because you've got kids in their 18, 19 bursting onto the scene. I mean, Arda Güler, born in 2005, 18 years of age, just got signed for Real Madrid. That's the level we're talking about. So, unfortunately, 23 looks old nowadays in football. But still, decent or so acquisition for around 8 million, 10 million euros. Look, I'm not going to say I've heard a lot about this guy. I'm not going to say I've heard anything about this guy. I did a little bit of research before I made this video, as it is my due. I guess it's what I should be doing, right? As an Arsenal YouTuber, I should at least be doing some research on the player. He's a midfielder that can play in attacking midfield and right midfield, but mostly he's a centre midfielder. Obviously plays for Gremio in Brazil. And look, Brazilian footballers, it's a bit hit and miss. Let's not lie to you. You have some that are amazing. Obviously grew up in the favela football standards, love playing that tenacious style, but equally you can have some that just don't amount to much. For 8 million, is it worth the risk? Probably. Probably, because of how inflated football is nowadays, you'll find some bangers for 8 million. It's like buying stocks, right? Like, if you keep buying these penny stocks, you'll hit the lottery, like, once in a lifetime. You'll hit the lottery sooner rather than later. You get what I mean? So, we obviously signed Martinelli for 6 million from Ituano. He's probably worth about 80 million now. Like, with 10x is basically his value. 10x his value, so we're going to make massive profit if we ever sell Martinelli. So this guy, for 8 million or 10 million euros, however much it is, look, obviously it could turn out to be a signing that does nothing for Arsenal, but equally, it could turn out to be a player that looks really, really decent. It's another body in midfield, and I guess we need that, because I've talked about the fact that we do need another midfielder for me. Now, this by no means, this guy, Bettino, or however you pronounce him, Bitello, sorry, he's by no stretch of the imagination an adequate replacement to Thomas Partey or Granit Xhaka. Should Thomas Partey depart us, I'm still looking for a qualified, adequate defensive midfielder, whether it is Caicedo or Tchouaméni. One of those two for absolute sure, man. I'm not looking at this Bitello guy to be that player in midfield. But if he's just an extra body to have around, try him out in the Carabao Cup games. If he improves, try him out in the FA Cup games. Then maybe get some more game time. Why not, man? Why not give these young players a chance? I think that's a good idea. Look, for 8 million, it's not going to cost an awful lot. Basically, costs the same amount of money that we sold Pablo Mari for. I don't think it will impact much more of our business going forward, to be honest with you guys. I think it's just one of those signs that if it does go through, will just be another player to add to the squad and train up and see what comes of it. So if that's the case, I've got no problem with that whatsoever. You make one of these signings every transfer window. Look, in January we signed Jakub Kiwior. No one knew who he was either. Don't lie and say you watch Kiwior all the time. Didn't happen. And look, he turned out to be an alright signing. Obviously, he cost a bit more than 17 million. Obviously, the summer before we signed Marquinhos. A few summers back we signed Martinelli. You get these players every now and then that you just sign. No one's heard of them. It's out of the blue. No real main stories talking about it, and then just out of nowhere, bang, Arsenal signed this player, paperwork done, medical done. It does make me laugh though, the fact that we can move so quickly on certain signings. Like, do you remember when we signed Marquinhos? It was basically done like this. Same with Fabio Vieira. Same with Jakub Kiwior. Jakub Kiwior in January, literally in 4 hours, it was from Arsenal want Kiwior to a here we go in 4 hours. And then when you try and sign Declan Rice and Urian Timber, I understand it's different, obviously, situations. Arsenal still yet to announce Urian Timber and Declan Rice as of recording this video. I do expect a Urian Timber announcement to be imminent and a Declan Rice announcement to follow in the next few days. But still, that's taking ages and ages. rumours are suggesting that Arsenal are delaying the announcement so that Arsenal fans aren't basically saying we need new signings, while they still have the Declan Rice and Urian Timber signings on their mind. Who knows? But the main thing is, Arsenal transfer incomings can't be over just yet, man. I know we've signed Timber. I know we've signed Rice and Kai Havertz. I know we've spent an awful lot of money, 200 million already, but it can't be done just quite yet. I'm still looking for attacking players. I'm still looking for a defensive midfielder. That's what I want to see Arsenal bring in. And look, we're hearing reports Arsenal could be interested in certain attacking players. I'm hearing Moussa Diaby could be back on talks. Rafinha potentially. Michael Elise, there's been talks about. Obviously, I'll be keeping you guys updated as soon as I hear further stories regarding those players. I'll be dropping videos, as I always do, daily Arsenal transfer news videos on this channel. And today, when you're watching this later, I will be giving my reaction to Nuremberg versus Arsenal in Arsenal's first pre-season match of the 2023-2024 season. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. I will be live streaming my reaction after the match, so make sure you stay tuned for it. It's a brand new season. I can't wait to see Mikel Arteta's Arsenal back in full force again, man. I've missed my team play football so much. But yeah, further developments I do expect to come through. I will be dropping a welcome to Arsenal Urian Timber video as well. You guys don't want to miss that. I do it for every single new Arsenal signing. I've done it for Kai Havertz, basically outlining Urian Timber's strengths, weaknesses, and his potential Arsenal fit. How I believe he will fit into Arsenal's side going forward. It's a brilliant video. I did a lot of analysis on Urian Timber and brought up a lot of stats, qualitative and quantitative stats, all regarding Urian Timber. It's a brilliant video, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. But in terms of other developments, fairly quiet on the Arsenal front. Let's be completely honest about it, guys. Not an awful lot going on, really. Even outgoings-wise, I'm not hearing much about certain players going. I'm not hearing much about Rob Holding. I mean, Pepe, potentially Arsenal could terminate his contract if we don't get any money for him. That would be one of the most flop signings of all time then. If you sign a player for 72 million, haven't got good work out of him, got nowhere near your money back in terms of performances on the pitch, and you can't even sell him for anything. Like, look at Chelsea. They got nothing really out of Kai Havertz apart from a Champions League winning goal, which I know is a lot, but let's be completely honest about it. He didn't do anywhere near the quality we expected for a £72 million footballer or whatever. And they've still managed to get 65 million for him, selling him to Arsenal. So do you get what I mean? For Pepe, I'm looking at, come on, you can at least get 15-20 million if you sell him back to the French League, for example. But I think a lot of clubs are looking at it and going, why are we going to spend 15-20 million on Pepe when we could probably get him for free when Arsenal terminate his contract? Do you get what I mean? So we've got a reputation for terminating contracts of certain players. Aubameyang's another one, for example. So if you're Arsenal, you do need to sell players. I'm looking at Edu. You got to make money somehow, some way, because I do believe the only way Arsenal make more signings is if we sell. I think the next signings we make, the next big signings we make, are fully dependent on how much money we recoup from selling certain players. And there's a lot we can sell. There's a good 5, 6, 7 players I'm looking to put on the chopping block to get rid of our Arsenal Football Club. And if we can make 80 to 100 million from those players, that'd be absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Because there's some players you can get a pretty penny for. I'm looking at Balogun, for example. Kieran Tierney you can make a good amount of money for. Thomas Partey, if he goes, you can make a good 25, 30, 40 maybe. So there's certain players that can definitely go. And if that's the case, bring in adequate replacements, because our squad depth needs to be able to compete with Man City. But the main story today is Arsenal have made an inquiry and are stepping up interest in Bitello. It looks like a fee could be agreed. It doesn't look like a hard deal to pull off, with Gremio willing to sell and of course the player willing to come to Arsenal. So of course I'll be keeping you guys up to date with any further developments regarding this story, as well as any other Arsenal transfer news, as I do deliver Arsenal transfer news videos daily on this channel. As always, drop a like down below if you enjoyed it, so it gets out to more people on the algorithm. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe on my road to 4,000 subscribers. And importantly, hit the bell notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. People always seem to forget to do that, but it's so important so you get notified as soon as I drop my videos. I've been Wifey, but I appreciate you guys all for tuning into this video, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Take care.